Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. Glad to have you. Seth, glad to have you. Now, I've got good news and bad news for you, buddy. Which one do you want first?
Oh, man, give me the bad, bro.
All right, the bad news. Virginia basketball decided to stand with its thumb up its ass for 38 minutes of that game, and we lose the over by 2 buckets. Appreciate that, Virginia. Always professionalism over there. Yeah, really appreciate that one. The good news, I didn't have to drive to Kentucky. We could do the show here, and hopefully can meet up with the BVB boys tomorrow. Now, yeah, Justin White said, look, these totals so high, dude, so high. I'm glad that you said that. We're going to get right into it now. All right, we'll jump into our picks. As always, look back before we look forward. Had a lot of them on there, man. Had some hits. Overs were nice yesterday. And Dustin, I bring it up because you just absolutely nailed it right there in regards to playing numbers. All right. So said all that to say this. Here are our picks. Now, I'll give Big Tony's. He had a doctor appointment that he had to get to today, so he could be on the show. But he had some picks for tomorrow for the Players' Championship in golf. All right, round 1 head-to-head matchup play. So Ludwig Aberg, round 1, -110 over Russell Henley. Shane Lowry, round 1, -110 over Hideki Matsuyama. Ben Griffin, round 1, -110 over Akshay Bhatia. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And then Xander Schauffele, round 1, -110 over Patrick Cantlay. All right. So got Big Tony's out there, and those are for tomorrow in golf. So get those in where you can tonight. But Seth, man, I thought over to you, my boy. Got some picks. What you got?
Yeah, I'm not the greatest at pronunciation, but I think it's Batia. I don't know. That's my guess. Anyways,
I think you're right. It's closer than mine.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go on over to the NHL, man. I'm liking the Ducks team total over 2.5 today, +110. They're taking on a Utah team that have lost 6 straight home games following an overtime game, and that's what they're coming off of. So Utah has confirmed Vamilka. Maybe that's how you pronounce that goalie's last name. I'm not sure, but that's how I'm going to do it. He'll be in net tonight. He's given up an average of 3 goals in his last 4 starts. The Ducks have been clicking offensively, scoring 3 of more goals in 8 of their last 10 and 3 of their last 3. So they've really been clicking offensively lately. Included in those last 3 games, they hit that 3-goal mark against top-notch goalies, including Bennington and Logan Thompson. I like them to keep finding the back of the net in this one against a goalie who's not nearly on the same level as those 2 guys are. I'm also splashing the money line, the full game here at +225. Going over to the hard court in the NBA, I like the Thunder first half team total over 58 versus the Boston Celtics. This is going to be one of those games that you won't be able to stop watching. Like, these guys are going to go toe to toe, blow for blow. There's sure to be some fireworks in this one. They do it on a regular basis. 7 out of the last 10 meetings have all gone over in the full game. And the Thunder are blowing folks straight out of the water in the first half lately. Since March, the Thunder first half scores have been 72, 69, 61, 63, 61, and 73. The books are giving us a gift here. I know the Boston Celtics defense is pretty good, but come on, you got the line set at 58. I'm hammering this spot. Going on to college basketball, who, as AB has said, has not been kind. But I think this is a spot that we can capitalize on here. UC Santa Barbara, first half team total over 35.5 at -115. They're taking on Cal State Bakerfield, whose defense ranks at the bottom end of the spectrum. I think it's like 280-something. The last time these 2 teams met in February, UC Santa Barbara put up 44 points in the first half. In their last 3 first halves, UC Santa Barbara has scored 47, 46, and 43. I think we got another soft line here, and the books are giving us a gift again. I think this line should be more around 38.5, considering it's tournament time. I'm smashing this one as well. And then, of course, your pick from earlier this morning, the Georgia Bulldogs money line. I paired that with my Bulldogs, Mississippi State money line, brought that juice down to minus 108. I think, we know what LSU is. They're a first half team, and they fall flat in the second half. Mississippi State's pretty much the opposite. They're pretty flat in the first half, and they pick it up in the second half. And we know Georgia. They've been rolling. So I look for them to win here.
There we go. Now, all right. So we were talking about it on the morning show in regards to LSU first half, right?
Right.
At plus money. Here, I can pull up the list right here. It was first half plus 4.5. How do you feel about that?
Dude, I like it. I'd rather it be 5. I'm scared of those hooks, AB. I don't like the hooks.
Yeah,
but
scared of that hook, that Arkansas game right now.
But yeah, so I'll lean LSU first half. I haven't personally bet it, but I do lean that way.
Yeah, I got you. All right. So, all right. So, Liz, we'll get back to that one second. All right, there are your picks right there. All right, let me pull this full screen here so that everybody can see, because we got to talk through this. It is an interesting day in college baseball. All right, super high totals, super high, and be careful with those. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play the Oregon team total over 6.5. They're looking for some revenge against Grand Canyon. Really nice humidity percentages in the high 80%. Up there. So let's take Oregon team total over 6.5 runs, minus 125. Next, we're going to play Houston money line against Sam Houston. All right. And then we're going to play Oregon money line plus 120. All right. Houston, a very solid baseball club here, going up against the Sam Houston team that they just played like a week ago. All right. Took care of business there. I think that they really take care of business in this spot. And then again, I really like Oregon here on the bounce back against Grand Canyon. Should be solid. So we're going to pair those two together. Then we're going to do an alternate total parlay. Okay. So I did this at DraftKings. If you click in the game and then go to game lines, you can move the totals down. Okay. So we're going to have to do a parlay on it, but we're going to take Washington State, Oregon State over 10.5. All right, we're going to drop that down from 13.5. All right, and we're going to drop Sam Houston State from 13.5 down to 10.5. So we're going to give ourselves 3 runs here in both games, and we should be able to handle business. Now, I'll say this. So pull ourselves back up. All right. Oregon game against Grand Canyon. Number one, I didn't want to be too leveraged on one game, but it was over 11.5, which I really like. Then it went to 12. Then it went to 12.5. Might go to 13. I don't know. It's too high. But yeah, man, like it was brutal. All right, we got John said 66-62 with a minute left. Arkansas. All right, South Carolina. Let's miss some shots and foul. Let's send Arkansas to the free throw line. Get some frees there. But yeah, so we're going to move those two totals down. All right. If you can't. Yeah, exactly. Tizzle's exactly right. Ran through pitching. I absolutely agree. Like, I think that it's going to be a tough spot for Grand Canyon today. So we're going to move those totals down. If you can't do that, like, and you wanted to play an over, Sam Houston State over 13.5, maybe 13, depending on your book. I think, like, I would play that one if you were looking for one of these two. Again, you could play the Oregon game, Grand Canyon, Oregon, over 12.5. Like, I wouldn't go above that one. Yeah, but if you're looking for an over and you can't play, alternates, there you go. All right, real quick, our list, and then we'll get out of here. Okay, we just talked about LSU. Do we have any thoughts? USC and Rutgers tonight. Like, I still sit USC, but again, like, college basketball is nuts, man. Any thoughts you have on that?
Man, so Rutgers is that team that you don't know. You don't know if you're going to get going to get the good Rutgers or the dragging ass Rutgers. Dude, I fumbled that one around, and I was like, man, I like Rutgers, and I was like, dude, we're going to do a showdown hoss with AB on this USC, and I was like, I ain't touching it, So
yeah, Rich might have
stay away, man.
Yeah,
Stay away from him.
Rich might have the play hitting on the over. You know what? Like I don't disagree.
Yeah. I would prefer that over a side here. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, we talked about the pieces. We've done that. Any thoughts on the props? Like I still stand like our conversation we had on the morning show. Excuse me. I agree with like looking at numbers that are low. Like Jokic over 1.5 would be my play. I don't hate Derek White over 3.5 because he's gonna fire a ton of them. But I think for me, like if you had to choose between one of these two, which way would you go?
I'm going Joker all day, baby.
Yeah,
Joker all day. Because, he's going to hit that, 4 times out of 5.
Yeah, and it's just such an attainable number, man. And
Absolutely.
And again, like moving it to like a parlay piece with another guy, like a Ja Morant, whose number, also is generally 1.5. Like getting them both at 1 is solid. You can't always do it because the juice doesn't always, play out. Sometimes Jokic will be minus 110 and sometimes it's minus 180. It's wild. You know what I mean? Jared, good afternoon, buddy. Good to see you, man.
I'll tell you who I've been riding, AB, but the books have adjusted. Draymond Green, his PRAs, if they're anywhere around 21, 22, I mean, ever since the Butler trade, he has been crushing. But last time I checked, when I went to bet that, the books adjusted, and it was at like 24.5, which he still hit the over. But man, I ain't touching that.
Yeah. It's fast. Yeah, I'm with you. Like it's fascinating when you look at it, and at first you're like, well, it's only a couple, but no, it absolutely matters. Then you're like, okay, we need points. Come on, let's get 2 and 1.
That's right. Right.
Well. All right. Hey, we'll get out of here, man. Any final thoughts you have before we jump out, my boy?
No, man. Just make sure to give me a follow. I have a full card out later this evening, probably around 5. On Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, Twitter, X, all the same. Yeah. Follow my guy right there. Looking good at the gray on gray. I like that. You. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Prince of Pig showed up in his get up yesterday. I was like, damn, I look like a bum. Let me dress a little better today.
I know what you mean, man. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. We'll be live tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, me and TJ Parker for College Baseball Week 5. And it is real this weekend. There's some massive games. We'll break all those down. So, everybody, have a great afternoon. See you tonight. Let's cash these tickets. Boom. Best of luck. Let's go. Who's got it better than us? No!